What's up, everyone? Today's day 10 of phase 3 of the Live Hard program. I just completed my outdoor workout. I took my 5-minute shower after it, but I did a 45-pound ruck. I went a little under 2.5 miles, 2.4 or so. It's 105 degrees though, so I was moving and making a good pace. It's a little bit further than I have been going because I'm just walking up and down a flat road. And I even had more weight than the last few days whenever I just had my weighted vest. But this morning I woke up at 6:15. I set my alarm so I could get some stuff done before the temperature got too hot. Immediately did my first 45-minute workout, which was the treadmill. I always hit like 2 miles on the treadmill whenever I'm doing my cardio in the morning. As soon as I got done, I took a shower and then went outside and mowed my yard so I could beat the heat. Got that done. And then today, I didn't really do a whole lot. I lifted some weights with my adjustable dumbbells in my house. I mostly did just some like standing shoulder press, some curls, some tricep extensions like behind my head, and then my ab workout. Not a whole lot. I just wasn't feeling it. I was feeling lazy today. I've been working 18 of the last 21 days and just felt drained today. I feel good though because of the situation where I'm not having to go back to that place that I did not want to be at. If you watched the last few videos, you would see I was kind of complaining essentially the whole time, and that problem is solved. So I'm excited to get back to working those jobs in Oklahoma. It's still I'm not going to be with very many people. It's one other person per shift. We're opening up 2 new wells to production. So I'll have a well and the other guy will have a well. But I did learn today that the guy that's working with me hasn't opened any wells with this company before. I'm hoping he has experience in general, but man, I don't want to have to train somebody first job back, because guess what? We're both making the same pay. So how does that make sense? If I'm gonna have to train the guy to get the same pay as me, like I should get half of his, no. I should get a little bit extra and he should get less for being new. It makes sense to me. And that's how it used to be. But I think they're hurting for people. Like I said, there's not a lot of people that work for this company. There's gonna be 2 people on day shift and 2 people on night shift. On this job specifically, they have other people that work for them, but mostly in Oklahoma, it's probably like 8 people that we work with, and these people that are new are people I've never heard of. So, hopefully I'll just be able to show him what's going on and he'll understand, because it's not very difficult. You just maintain production rates and separating the fluid and from the oil and the gas and water, and then sand also comes through that has to be kind of dumped out. But it's really not even that hard. I'll be on night shift, so I'm happy about that. I found a hotel. It's a motel, actually, so it's Super 8. It's about 35 minutes away. Not the nicest place by far, but it's only $50 a day, so I'll be having to pay for my own room on this job. So like I've said yesterday in the video, this job does pay less daily, because that's what I get paid, is by the day. I get a day rate as a contractor. But ultimately, it'll be more because I'm working more days. And the other company, I worked 15 days a month. This job should last at least 30 days. So at least probably 6,000 more than working those 2 weeks at the other place. So I'm happy about that. If I don't have time off, I won't be spending money on stuff and going and doing things. So I'll be able to stack some money and, get back to doing that. I was kind of just enjoying this consistency, but like I said over and over, that place was crushing my spirits. So if something's keeping you from being positive and putting you in a negative spotlight, negative mindset, sometimes you gotta take a cut and move on to something else. Something better will always come up if you have that kind of mindset. As long as you're putting in the work and doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, eventually you'll get recognized and you will get rewarded for your hard work. A lot of times you have to work really hard for not so much, to be able to move up and get paid a lot for not doing much. That's the benefit, and that's the reward that you get as you continually go down the path and reach your different goals. It could be even eventually you could be the person that starts the company, that you do the thing that you normally do, and then you're making all the money and you're not making other people rich. So you just gotta have it's a process, and you gotta have faith and belief in yourself and faith in everything else, and know that you were born with the abilities to do the things that everybody else you've seen have done. You can do them too. So other than that, I feel good today. Like I said, it was 105 degrees when I did my ruck. It was like 7 o'clock, or it was 6:45 when I started. So I would thought it would have been a little bit cooler, but no, it was still the hottest time of the day. As soon as I got done, I did my 5-minute cold shower. Even here, it wasn't cold. I mean, like I said, when I first started doing these videos on this phase, it doesn't matter where I'm at. If I was at that place with the man camp, they have their tanks above ground holding their water for the whole place, and those get heated all day the same way the ground gets heated, the pipes in the ground. So the water was essentially the same temperature, I would say like 65 or so. Not really cold at all, but it was all the way on cold. But it's just, I remember doing this is what I keep relating it to. I remember doing phase 1 in January, and it was rough, to say the least. I would be in there, because I'm here by myself, so I'd be in there just yelling stuff just to get through it. There was only like 2 times where I just zoned out and even like went past the 5 minutes without checking the timer. Otherwise, I was just checking it, trying to wait, check it. Oh, it's only been 30 seconds type stuff. This, I can just stand there and just kind of zone out, and then I'll look, and it's already been 6 minutes or 8 minutes. So usually I'm done showering with the shower process in about 2.5 minutes. So after I do that, I try not to look at the clock, and then after a few more minutes, I check, and it's time to get out already. So easy, and it's not because I'm saying this because it's not something I built up the mental toughness to overcome. It's just not that cold. So doing the phase 1 or phase 3 in December, November, January, February is going to be the most difficult. So you can keep that in mind as you do the phases and as you see this video. But other than that, I feel good. I haven't really been craving anything today. Still sticking to the diet. I had scrambled eggs, and I had oatmeal this morning, but only half a cup, because I try not to eat a lot of oatmeal. I'd rather have grits. Then I had a 2 8-ounce servings of ground beef from a local source that I got a cow from. I got a quarter of a cow from probably 9 months ago. So I'm trying to eat that up as it gets close to a year old. It's been in my deep freezer, so it's cool, but very good, low fat contents, very good beef and steak I have. And I had some mixed vegetables with that both times, and I had green beans one time, mixed vegetables the other time, and 2 protein shakes. One was a root beer float flavor Formula 1, and the other one was a Sherbet Smash Formula 1. So if you want to do me a favor, you can follow my link. It'll be in the description box to get 1st Phorm products and support me. I'd really appreciate that. If you find any value in these messages, please share them with somebody, or leave a like or a comment. I appreciate all the positivity. People who talk about stuff in the comments. It makes me feel good, because sometimes, or most of the time, I feel like I didn't do a very good job, or I stuttered, or I said a lot, or I don't feel like I do that as much anymore. But like, I'm more comfortable doing these videos. Usually I get stuttered up whenever I don't really know what I'm about to talk about, because I usually pick something to talk about before the video starts. But sometimes I'll start going and I'll forget what I was going to say. Like, somebody that always forgets what they're going to say. There's a face. He walks onto the wrong airplane after hostages got off of it, if you know who I'm talking about. But anyways, the thing I did want to talk about today anyway was how We need to not let our ego get in the way of things when we know we need to take responsibility and hold ourselves accountable as a leader. Whenever different situations arise and our team or whoever, our kids, aren't fulfilling the mission, so to speak, we need to look at the situation and understand what went wrong. And whenever we see what went wrong, we need to understand that the reason it went wrong is because of us as the leader. It could have been about a certain person or a certain situation that just happened, but ultimately it falls back on you as the leader because you didn't either train that person to believe in the mission as he should, and as you expect him to, or you didn't prepare them to overcome the obstacle as it arose without it being expected. That's what is called extreme ownership, and it's the book of that I'm reading right now. So whenever you as a leader have a vision and your goals set up, and you have your kids that you want to, be great and excel and be good, productive members of society and be looked up to and have people want to follow their lead, you need to, one, be setting the example and being the leader, and also you need them to understand why, whether it's them or if you have a team of people that work underneath you and you own a business or you're a leader in the company and you know what the expectations are of that group. It's up to you to relay the information to them in a way that they understand it and they also believe in the mission, and the expectation of getting it done is way higher. And as long as they have the belief that what they're doing is going to benefit them as much as it's going to benefit you or the company itself, then you win, because everybody's going to be working together. The vision is going to be on the end goal, whatever it is. It could be anything, or if it's your kids, it could be also anything, their future careers, if they want to play sports, or if they want to go through school and college and become certified or get a degree in a certain area, a certain career field. They need to understand that may be 10 years away. What do I need to do now to get to there? So whenever they realize where they're going, they can keep on track by doing the things leading up to it to get them there. And it's going to be a shoo-in for them to get their goal. And a lot of times as leaders, we look at situation and think that, Dave didn't do what he was supposed to have done. Well, whose fault was it that Dave didn't do it? Do you think Dave purposely wanted to sabotage the goal or the company or the process? Unlikely, right? You probably just didn't explain to him in a way that he understood why he should do it the exact way you said to do it. And putting it off on him is an ego issue. And we have to drop the ego at the door. Whenever you confront people about why they did something a certain way, whenever it was your fault, ultimately it's a clash of egos, because it's going to come off as negativity, and it's like you're belittling him because why would you do such a thing type stuff. It's all in the content of your voice and the ability that you have to frame what you're saying in a way that, okay, this is what went wrong. I'm ultimately responsible because I'm the leader of the team, but in the future, we need to do it this way and this way because of this and because of that. And once we can learn how to drop our egos, we can have a lot better communication. Everybody can get on board with the goal and the end goal in mind, and it's going to be a win for everybody. That's the best way to put it. If you have an issue with being like that, because like all these things that I usually talk about, this is something I've had to deal with and I had to learn. So that's why after I read it, I thought for sure I need to talk about it, because I've had the issue. I wouldn't take responsibility for things. I would see somebody over here do something ridiculous, and I'd really just get rid of the person. And you don't need to just keep running through people, because then after that person's gone, you get another person in who also doesn't believe in the goal, and you have to train him up in a way that you want things to be done. And then what happens when he messes up? Do you just get rid of him? Because then you got two people you just got rid of and invested training into. So then you're losing money on that, and you're having to find somebody else. Then it also creates a terrible culture for the rest of the team because you're constantly getting rid of people and bringing new people in and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So the best bet is to check your ego, understand that it's your responsibility as a leader, as a parent, as the role model to set the standard and to list out why the things are being done in the way that they're being done. So everybody understands them. It's a team effort, and that's how we win. Keep doing the same things that you're doing. If you are interested in starting this program, the Live Hard 75 Hard program, you can go to episode 208. It's always in the description box down below on the Real AF feed with Andy Frisella. I also link the episode with me. It's on episode 665. There's a audio and a YouTube playing. It was from March of this year. 75 Hard versus Carly Thackeray and Chris Hibbs. That's me. You can follow me on Instagram at Hibbs940, Hibbs940. And like I said, I appreciate all the support. I will be back tomorrow for day 11. Peace.